Right guys, so promised you a video on this new sort of like tweak you can add to your own charts. This video is going to be two parts. Quickly, first part I'm just going to show Moneymaker and Roxy and anyone basically who uses C-Trader how to set your charts up. So you've got, you know, three here and three here, Nasdaq on the right hand side, and the other one on the other side, US 30 on the other side, Dow. Okay. Right, so you'll notice first of all at the top Moneymaker you will see the window chart mode, and it says multi-chart, single chart, free chart, floating chart. Right, you want a single chart for now. Okay, so this is basically what you'll get when you open a window on that. Right, so we need to make some changes to this chart first, and this is the quickest way to do it as well, guys. Right, watch. So down to viewing options. Right, remove everything we don't need. Indicator tiles gone. Market sentiment gone. Targets gone. Price alerts you can leave on. These two I'm not too sure about. Chart scale we'll leave. This lot up here we don't need. Okay, so you're left with this. Right, basically blank screen. Set your time 5 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes. We shall just zoom in a bit and a bit more. There we go. Right, so it's a 5 minute chart, US 30. Right, so let's start adding some indicators. Right, so this 3 to add on here. Indicator. There we want the Donkeyan channel, which is only recently used. There, so Donkeyan channel, set that to whatever MT has it. I think it's around about 10 or 11. I set to 11. Lines, take out the middle line and make these purple. Okay, add to chart. There you go. Oh, just one other thing. It depends on your resolution on your screen, right? But I have to have it on line thickness 2 because it's they are 4K screens, so it's a lot harder to see. All right. Now then, we're going to add the orange line, which is just a simple EMA, exponential moving average. So it's not there, guys. They're down here. All right. Exponential moving average, EMA 8. So get that set to 8, and then the color. That's kind of that color there. Right. I also change it the line as well, and again this one I have at 2. Right, there's the coloured line. Now then, on the 5 minute time frames we just have the coloured line that's on MT's charts on the 5 minute time frames. Right, the nearest I can get to it is EMA 20. Okay, so again, indicator, you can have this at whatever colour you want as well, guys. Right, EMA 20, but we want a nice thick line here, so set that one at 3. Okay, I'll leave it at blue, that blue for now. All right. Right, so that's the 5 minute US 30 setup. Right, so what we do now, rather than go through that again with the Nasdaq, is right click, duplicate chart. Yeah, duplicate chart there. See it? Click that, you'll have another chart added here. Look, 2. And all you do with this one is change it to the Nasdaq. Okay, so you've got both the 5 minutes done. Now we want the 1 minutes done, right? So rather than change everything again and start a new chart, you just duplicate chart, right? But now you change it, right? Let's get it to the US 30 first. Change it to 1 minute. We're doing the 1 minute charts now, right? We will zoom out a bit on that one. There we go. Right, and what we do now is the coloured line here, this coloured line, excuse me, the big blue one, right, that wants to be deleted. Yeah, because we need the wildest moving 50 on now, right? So we delete that one. We'll do that first, yeah. Wildest moving, it's up here, but it is further down here. Right, so wildest moving, change that to 50. Okay. Again, line wants to be nice and thick. 3. As I said, we'll leave it at that blue for now. There you go. Alright. Now then, on the 1 minute time frame, we have a road, and the road is a bit different. So the 5 minute orange line here, we change. Okay. To EMA 12. Right. EMA 12. Can leave the line, but and I'll leave it at 2 as well. But I change the colour. I just make these sort of like blandish, so it's just a road. Okay. MT has them 2 different colours. These lines, right? There you go. There's one done. You see it? Okay. And now we add the second part of the road, which is indicator 14 line. Yeah, we'll make it 2 like the other one, and we'll do that with it as well. And the colour again, just a bland grey, because you're just indicating a road here, that's all. There you go. Okay, you can already see some trades that have gone through. Yeah, you know, in particular this one here and this one here, you know, they come back into the road and a boom. And this was the volatile, a volatile period. It wasn't, you know, the volatile period. Okay. What you'll also see below the line here, Moneymaker, see these trades down here from the road, and then from the BB band here, that was a 15-minute orange line trade, because that's what this is here now. This thick blue line is 5-minute CL, which is the 15-minute orange line. So that one there, beautiful trade. Okay, right, so rather than make this chart again, right, we want it for the NASDAQ. So again, just right click, duplicate chart, it'll pop up here. All you do then is change it to NASDAQ. Okay, now then, the next chart's a bit different, but rather than go through all the rigmarole again, I will duplicate the chart again. It's just simpler. Okay, change it to US 30. Now this chart is different, right? You might have to download the HA indicator here, right? Because there are 2 types. I know you have the Heikin-Ashi 1 minute here, Heikin-Ashi, but it's on time frame, and I'm not sure. I don't think it works with ticks. Let me just try and see. Right, so we'll put it on the 1 minute, and then we'll put it on because it's the Dow 40 ticks, and see if it works. No, it doesn't. You see, it doesn't work. All right. So what you have to do, I'll put that back on 1 minute, is if you haven't got it, just go to Click Algo and download the Heikin-Ashi. Right, it's free, Moneymaker. It's free of charge. You might have to sign up with an account, like just your email address and a password, all right, to get it. All right, and that's, you just go there and download this one, and it's better. You also get a lime green finish. It does other colors, but just keep it at lime green and red. Right, when you download it and you double click it, it automatically installs to CTrader. Okay, so basically as soon as you've double clicked it and it says installed, it's on your indicator list. All right, I'll just come out of that again and show you. It's on the indicator list, and it might come up as one of these installed here. Okay, so again, just click that, alter the candle width to about 12 or 13. Okay, I think that's it. I don't think you get lines with this here. 12 or 13, and then just add it. Right, and you see what happens? It takes over. Okay, it takes over. So what you've got now, but this is 1 minute. So what do? Now you come up here, change it to the amount of ticks you want. So 40 ticks. I use 40 ticks Dow, 80 ticks Nasdaq, and between 50 and 80 on gold, depending on how volatile it is. All right, 40 ticks. Okay, there you go. All right, so now again, and as you can see, do you remember that? This 1 minute trade here, guys, this 1 minute trade in the road there, right? It was on the BB band here. All right. Right. The other thing is you don't need the road on the HA charts. Do away with it. So you've got your two lines here because you're not going to be using these. You're using the 1 minute road or the 1 minute or the 1 minute BB band. All right. So just get rid of them. Bang, gone. Bang, gone. So it's dead clear. Okay. It's really, really clear now. Okay. Right. So again, because you don't want to go through it all again, all you have to do is well, duplicate the chart, right, and then just change to Nasdaq, right? So what do you do now? You've got all your 6 charts, right? So you go back up to your window up at the top here and you'll see free chart mode. Click that and it'll look a bit messy at the moment, right? So now you want to sort it out. Right, well, first things first, don't move the bottom charts, right, because they're perfect for lining up your other charts. Okay, so 5 minute chart here you want on the bottom, click the top and hold the button, come down and you'll see how it goes like that, the shaded box there. Can you see how the shaded box is changing? Right, well, you want it like that. Okay, so it does that and it swaps it around. Now then, you go for the second one, which is the 1 minute. You want that just above, so you want it like that. You just have to muck around with it until you get it right. Okay, there you go. Right, so that one's sorted. Now you pull this down a bit to stretch them. Might want a bit more, yeah, probably, because you're going to be somewhere like that. So you just get them as close to like that as possible. Alright, so now you've got your 5 minute at the bottom, your 1 minute here, your HA there, all set up, and you did it from basically from one chart. So let's do the same again here. Move the 5 minute down to there. Okay, you want the 1 minute, you move it to the boxes there. Can you see it? The shaded box, right? Oh, that didn't work out too well, did it? What happened there? Let me think. Oh, that's what's happened. The 5 minute move down. Why did you move? There you go. Right. So now, because these two here, you didn't really move them, they were perfect where they are here. Move it across like that. Line it up. There you go. Move that one down. Line that one up. There you go. So there's your charts done. Right. Now you leave the doodads on here. Okay. What's it called? Chart viewing options, quick trade buttons, right? And you set your quick trade buttons up, whatever they are here, right? So you don't have to have this pane open. You know, you don't have to have that pane open. And you just go, right, okay then. Right. So now you're trading basically off this. You can also see which are best at the time doing this. Right, so you've got the Dow here, the Nasdaq there. Alright, that's it. Right, and basically the strategy is, I'm going to show you now, it's really, really simple. Let's look at 1 minute. Right, so you had a 1 minute here. Oh, you can make these slightly bigger as well, by the way, if you want, guys, by just stretching in between the date. See it there, like that, yeah. Right, but you would have had seen this back in here. Let's go and find where it was. It was a BB band. I think it's that one there. Let's just check. So I'll line them up using the multi-tool. Look there. See it, Moneymaker? Roxy? Back in the road, you would have had a 1 minute signal on MT's BB band here. Bang. Winner. Okay, another one there. This one here. pretty much 15-minute orange line, because now what you've got is the 5-minute CL, I've said for a long time, is the 15-minute orange line. Yeah, so this would have been 15-minute orange line, right? Okay, and this is basically it. So now virtually, well, every time you're on an orange in the road here on the 1-minute time frame, right? A lot of the time you'll be on the BB bands as well here. Sorry, the orange line on the 5-minute time frame, right? Or the BB band, you will get a signal on MT's charts here on the BB band, BB band, BB band, BB band. You understand? And you can see how it goes. Look at these here, Moneymaker, to the downside. Look, to the downside. Yes, this would have been 15-minute orange line. So yes, bang. You know 15-minute orange line is good. Just gone above it, but... Alright. Look. Bang, bang, bang. Okay, the low on the doodah, but it was Friday evening. You know, look at these to the upside, Moneymaker. Bang, bang, bang. And I'll tell you now, Moneymaker, these were... What time are we there? 18:55. Look. Road trades. Look. See? See, darling, this is why I want you to try and, you know, just get 40 peppers for so many trades a day, rather than being dead. What do you call it? Sometimes you're a little... It's got to be perfect, if you know what I mean. Right, and trading isn't about that. If you can just say, right, okay, I can take 40 pips here, you must look at them charts, Moneymaker, and see so many pips going through. Now, what if you had total control of it, you know, and you just knocking up 40 pips every time? Okay, this, I'm going to show you what happened in the day and what I was trading during the day. Look at this. Oh, that was opening bell, right? But look at this here, Moneymaker. Look at this now, all these trades here. Yes, it went above a bit here. There was probably one trade to the upside, but then this morning, all this morning here, I was trading this. And look at these. All below. It went below here, and then first trade here. Might have been, you know, here, but again, you've not lost there, so bang. You know, and like I say, darling, when the 15-minute trades, they usually can get more than 40 pips, so it might be that you add to your you know, your R&R doing it that way. Okay, so that is basically all you're going to be doing. But now let's go and have a look at a few recordings, guys, because I mean, I could show you them all and you will see exactly the same thing on them all, right? When I'm talking about the line changing colour, you know, and what it means, because basically when the line changed colour, you know, you had rule 2 to the downside below the 5-minute coloured line, not always below the 15, because sometimes the candle will be open. I've shown you that in the past, but it does give you that opportunity to get the first trade in. Look, and there were 3 there that would have been rogue trades, Moneymaker, because apart from maybe the first one, right, because they didn't come back to the 5-minute orange line. Right, but they're okay to take, darling. Take advantage of the volatile period. You know, like here, it was volatile as hell. Look at, there was so many trades there, Moneymaker, where you could have knocked up 50 pippers. You know, and then look at it when it went above here, closed above here. Okay, this was probably my first, but because, and the reason for that, Moneymaker, is because of the distance between the coloured line. Because of this big move, the distance between the coloured line and the BB band was huge. So that's when I would have definitely used closing above the 5-minute orange line as an entry point. So I would have got that one first and then that one, whereas you'd be waiting for this one to close above the CL, right, to change that line. It's just the difference between here and here. Okay, normal sort of like day Moneymaker, then fine, you know, you can wait. But when you get these big moves like that, it does make a huge gap between there, and you could be waiting a long time, plus you could miss out on a trade, plus it could turn back again from that flip down BB man. You just have to be a little well aware of that. But saying that, moneymaker, look, the line had turned green. Look at this trade. Bang. You know, it's just a very simple thing to do. It's just telling you, you could be looking at you see, basically what you'll have then, guys, is you're not too worried about it because you've got these 3 charts on your own setup, and you'll be looking at them and saying, oh, well, this line says rule 2. It's to the upside because you're above it. On MTs, it will have changed colour and gone green back. Okay, that was your tick signal. Alright, road here, look, you went above, look at the road on the NAS there. That, I think it's that one there, guys. This one, tick signal. Boom. Alright, so anyway, let's just go through and watch a few of these. When it's volatile, moneymaker, it's, you know, you can kill it. I mean, if MT wants to, you can ask you guys about it, see what you think, right? But on the Dow, the NAS and the GA, he could do away with the road on the tick, because I think the only thing you guys should be using on the tick chart is the BB band signals. You know, I don't think anyone will be taking tick roads on the Dow on these because it's too fast. You know, but on gold it's different. Look, on gold there, because he slowed it down. Gold's different. Look, 1 minute there. This is how MT is killing it. Moneymaker, he is. There's one going through here. Look, tick. Hitting it here, winning. On gold. My God, that was a massive move. Anyway, let's just click on. I'm going to get to another point. So you would have won one there, moneymaker. Easy 40 pipper. And all you have to do, moneymaker, is say, right, okay, I got in here blindly with that signal. Yeah? And then just say to yourself, well, hang on a minute. If it comes down to the white line, then you could just get out. You know? Or if it hasn't already, you know, lost your 30 pips, that could be your stop loss. Anyway, let's crack on. Just flicking through fastly, guys, because I want to get to the point where the line changed. There you go. Look, was it opening bell? Yeah, it was opening bell. Line change colour. Pull back. Yes, I know. I know. A little blip of green there, guys, but look, that was, it closed below the 5-minute orange. So, you know, for me, that would have been a good trade, and I bet you it had a tick signal. Right, it's not that one. Not that one. God, it was fast, wasn't it? Is it that one? Yeah, I think it's that one. Yeah, it is. It's that one. Here. Moneymaker, you see? Dear. Anyway, let's click on. Probably didn't have a trade there, but you got one here. Signal. You get me, moneymaker? You know, look, okay, no, it didn't get back. But this is the problem when it's a very volatile period. For the first half hour at least, it's like this. Look at gold. Yeah, again, it didn't get back to the road, so we're not touching it. Alright. We'll crack on. But you would have won the Dow. Moneymaker. Roxy. Hands up. You know? Right. Yeah. Crazy one here. Went back above. See it? Look, it's gone above the 5-minute CL. Line changes. You know, don't use this one, right? Because it's too fast. Don't use the tick line. It's too fast for you. This could just come a little bit down here, and that line could change colour because prices come right down here. Possible another trade there on the Dow. Yeah, I would wait when these are here. I mean, this period, you probably get away with it, but it's just, look, this is too risky now. I wouldn't take this. You know, I know people think, oh yeah, but it might give 30 pips, 5 pips. Yeah, but it also might just go like that bump because it's got back up that 5 minute red devil. All right. Yeah, you see. If anything, I was in the downside because of these two. I would have taken this to the 5 minute orange line. You know. All right. Did we have on the sort of, yeah, one on the NAS here? Look. 5 minute signal. I don't know if that was there, I can't recall. Anyway, flicking on. Again, let it do its job, then take it. Look, there you go. See it, Roxy? Look, bang, bang. I'm not sure if that one is. It might have been this here. Look, that, the 1 minute. Look, 1 minute, let it do its job. It's come through, Moneymaker. Bang. Okay, this is all you have to do with this, guys. And it's a very simple thing to do. Your mindset was up because this line is green. Okay, you still ruled to the upside. However, you do these are here, right? So again, I'm just saying to you now, well, just stay with the flow, right, until you lose them here, and then it might have changed because of these. So you just ignore, basically ignoring them to a certain degree. It's just making sure that you let that do its job first. So you've got another pullback here. You'll probably get another entry to the upside in a moment, if not already. Now it might be on that. But anyway, let's just go a little bit on this one. Yeah, there you go. You see, so it was that. Okay, see. Again here. Look, bang, bang. Gold. Look at gold. You let the signal do its job. Look, 1, 2, 3 trades with the flow there. You know, you just let that signal get back to the 5 minute orange line because that's what they want to do. And then look at this. This is glorious, guys. That is a beautiful fab too. All right. Yep, 15 orange line as well. Okay, so that was a gorgeous trade as well. Yeah, there's no excuse, guys, now, right? Because not only do you know what go with the flow is, you know how to trade, right? But now you have these signals that are there at exactly the right time. In the old system that MT had, we had no red for one, right? And the yellow didn't always turn up on time. Sometimes you could be down here, and then it'd flash on. And I was saying to you, just get in off the BB band. Remember? Right? But now the red is there. The red is always there. Virtually always. Hans says sometimes they're late. I think, you know, maybe the odd time they are. But virtually always there, the reds. Alright, oh, look at gold again here. Back to the road. Bang, look at it. There, that's it. Boom. 5 minute line. Yeah, just shy of, but nevertheless, momentum would have been a good entry there because, well, MT's using momentum, guys, because it gives that much on gold. Momentum's fine, you can wait for it. Alright, and again, look, this one, we knew this was probably going to happen, right? But you just ignored it until these are telling you, you know, until the charts tell you it's done. So in other words, that turns red. Okay, shall we see if it does? Anyway, I'm waffling a bit here. Well, there's your next trade to the upside. 5 minute CL. You would have won that one. Alright, let's flash on. And then it breaks. You know, but still, flow is up. There you go. Line's changing now. So after that move down here now, line's changing. 15 minute orange line. Some of you, this is a fab free here. So you could have attempted it. You know, if it loses, this is a definite then. Okay, then we start going down. And there you go, it won. It won. Alright. Yeah, again, flipped up 5-minute BB band. Again, some of you, you know, will see the line changing colour here and think, oh, that's a flipped up 5-minute BB band. I'm taking that on. That's fine, guys. Look, it happens. Look, GA down. Look, bang, line just started to turn. But flip down BB band. This is where your trades come from, guys. The orange line, the coloured line, the 1 minute road, the purple lines, which are BB bands. You know, once you understand that, you're basically just looking for a signal on one of these two charts, and that's it. Or maybe both, or maybe three, depending on, you know, which LTBB when you broke. I mean, you look at this one, you broke 1 hour, and you broke the 4 hour there. You know, so you had a fab 3 to start, then it went to a fab 4, and maybe that added. You know. Anyway, we won't get into that too much. Let's move on. There was another Goldie down. Look, 5-minute orange line. Let the signal do its job. Look, got back to the 5-minute orange line. Bam. Yeah. That did I actually mention about that? No, we took that, didn't we? Yeah, because the line had just changed. So anyway, this might have been the first trade to the downside. If that was it, I'm not sure. Because your line was red. Okay, look, your line was red. So this again here, there, you can see the signal there. Look. Might have been your first trade, and it was a belter. Look. Alright, so yeah, basically guys, it's a pretty simple thing to do. You're just kind of trying to stay with the flow, so you're ignoring these blues until this line has changed, and then look, another one here to the downside. You know, it's a very, very simple thing to do, guys, and I am quite surprised that some of you are still not, you know, making money. I know you want to be 100%. You're never going to be 100%. I'm not. I lose trades. Okay, but entry is important. Direction, I think, still gets a lot of you. And like I said to Moneymaker on Friday, you see all this that was going up here, right? When it was very volatile, she ignored all that and then expected a 5-minute orange line trade to win. You know, after a massive move like that, this is why I say Moneymaker, either trade this period, look for something that's a bit less volatile, right? Or, you know, you might have to just come back when it's really turned around and it looks dead simple, because this kind of period here, you're not always going to get the 5-minute orange line straight up again. You know. Anyway, that's something we can work on. What was that? 1 hour orange line, guys. This is why I've said in the past, you can take the 1 hour orange line, even though it's against the line. Right, look at it. Look. You know, come on. It's a dead cert fit. 100% going to win for 50 pips. 99.9% sure it's going to win for 50 pips. Shouldn't say 100% sure. After, you know, you've had a big move, you look at the 15-minute time frame, a big move up like that, big move down. Look, it's 50% pullback. That's going to win for 50. 40, definitely. Right. I even did a second part then. That line's changing again. Does it start going up again then? Yeah. Line changes, come back to the line. Douche. But look, that's that. Down. Down. Yeah. Oh, look at gold changing here. What are we on here? 15-minute orange line. You could still have a go at this one down with the momentum. Should we see if that one wins? Let's have a look. Going. There you go. One. Because it's a 15-minute orange line. Just because that line changes colour, you're still Just look across and say, well, it's 15-minute orange line, you know, flow strong down, I'll take that, bang. Okay. 15-minute orange line from above. Possible trade here. I'm not 100% on this one, guys. But let's have a quick look. I would have won it. I would have won it. Look there, another one down there. Look, BB band this time. What do you make it? 5-minute, maybe 15-minute orange line. That, yeah. You know. Right, so that is it, guys. I'm just pointing out that, you know, when the line changes, ooh, that was a beauty. Then it's come back down. It does look like a move a share down, but anyway, not getting into that. Line's green, so probably, yeah, take one up here again. Let's have a look. But anyway, guys, I'm just pointing out, right, that now you have, oh yeah, there you go. Now you have this, pretty much this line. It's the closest I can get to it, guys. It's a different thing, MT's charts. His 5-minute CL works differently, and this coloured line here, I'm not sure what it is. It's something else. All right. I think it's a mixture of them all. He told me in the past. So it, you know, if you're just using that and these two charts here for scalping, then you'll be fine. Because I mean, you look at this Fab 2 here, 15-minute orange line from above. That's what it was. Look, see it? Because you went back through and it come back down, retested it again. So you would have won another there money maker, even if this does eventually start coming down because you're outside daily and weekly, right? It doesn't matter. You would have won the flow trade. Okay, so yeah, it's not a very hard thing to do. Let's just keep an eye on massive trade as well, yeah. And again, 15-minute on his line money maker, they go for more. It might be that you just say, right, you know what? I can get 100 out of this. Or keep going with the mom or whatever and then get out at the next 5-minute signal, 5-minute red or something. It might have been there, but even so, you would have been huge. Okay, look at the line on gold. Okay, look, closed above here, 5-minute bounce. Signal back to the line, bump, BB band, bang. Yes, it did come back a bit here on you, fine. You know, you got to accept that, but still, the setup is perfect based on the line changing colour, the fact that you closed above the 5CL. Not the 15, because the 15 candle was still open. That's the problem. It was probably still open, or it's involved in this line here somewhere. Alright. Yeah, nice trade. Alright, let's just flick on a bit more. A bit more. And a bit more. See what I've done there, look. You know. What did we have here? What was that? Broke to 15 again. I suppose you could have had to go with that, but the line had turned red, so you might have said no. More interested in this one here. Down. Look at gold again. Look. Line green. Bang. Very simple thing to do. Look, 5-minute orange line. Very simple thing to do. Showing you the NASDAQ, didn't I, there? Look. 15 oil from above. Guys, it's yeah, the way that's struggling, I would think that this will go down here. But anyway, let's have a quick look and then we'll move on. Oh god, yeah. Look. Another up there, look, fancy. From the road. Maybe that one there. That one. Okay, so, you know, moneymaker, you might, because I think you just want, you know, 2-3 trades a day, it might be that you just say, right, I only want 1-minute signals. But this, you know, the period of high volatility, that's when you're very unlikely to see it. Okay, and you just have to be aware of what might happen after a big strong move. You know, it might be that you have to come back a little later and say, right, now I'll start trading. But moneymaker, you know, you're going to miss out on trades like this here. Look at this one, back to the road here. Look at that, see? Bang. That's easy. 40 pipper there, moneymaker. Line turn red here. Look at go back to the line. I don't think it's that. These are different now. These charts on gold. Well, back to the line, bang. So, yeah, guys, if you get this right, for those of you that want to massively trade like Sarge, the road trades with the line will be perfect. I think he said on Friday the use of this line on his own charts has kept him out of so much trouble. I'm pretty sure he said that on Friday. Saved him taking a lot of trades he probably would have, you know, lost. But there's another one. Look, back to the road. Signal there, and again when you make you know, these road trades, it's not getting back to the 5-minute orange line, so you're going to miss out on these volatile periods unless, right, you start taking them. And a lot of the time when you make it, they win so quick for 40 pips, right, that you'll just be 4 or 5-0 before you know it. Okay, so I think you've got to look at this, and what I would do, Moneymaker, is once you start seeing mom flash above 10, right, that's when you can say to yourself, take the road. Because what mom flashing above 10 is a hell of a lot of traders deciding to take, to get into this trade because it's volatile, right? So you could be one of them, you know, and you just ride the coattails, darling, and these, you have the perfect signal now, these, right, to get in on that. Look at this one on the Nasdaq, Moneymaker. There. Look. In the road. Bang. It's over before you know it, darling, and you're mopping up pips. Honestly, Moneymaker, you master this correctly, right? When mom last flashed 10, right, and you're back in the road here, bang. Yeah, and you'll wonder what the hell you've been doing for a long, long time, right? And like I say, easy 40 pippers. Look at this here from here, right? 40 pips easy, 40 pips easy, 40 pips easy, 40 pips easy, 160 just in that little period there. Moneymaker. You know, Roxy. Okay. All right. So one more. Well, all I'm going to do now is just flick through a couple of recordings and look at the line changing colour. Okay. It doesn't matter any. I'm picking any. Okay. Changing colour here now. Why change it? Look, it's trying to cross the 5-minute CL. Look. 50. Excuse me. It's trying to cross. Okay. Look at this Dow here, guys. I'm going to pause this one here because it's quite important. Look at the Dow there. Change colour here. Probably this one. It might. No, it would have been this one definitely. 100% here, but it was changing colour here, right, which was on this candle, the green wick there, right, but then it come back up, as you can see, with a spike, bang. So the first trade there, look at that, belter. It's either that one or it's this one that was shut down here. I think probably that one shut down and then went back up. 5-minute signal did its job. You're back here now, through the road, bang. Right, let's just have a quick look, see what happened. Alright, so you won't win them all, but what you could have done here, Money, hang on. Oh yeah, oh, don't know why that missed opening bell, but anyway, so yeah, you're not going to win them all, Moneymaker, but bang, you might have been out there. Okay, again, the other thing I know, Moneymaker, Roxy, is have a look which one is running best, which pair. Now that was the idea of giving you, setting your charts up my way, right? Because then you can just look and say, right, well, I'm going. I'll just flip straight to the Nasdaq because it seems to be better. You understand? Like that was a 1 hour. Look, this was a 1 hour orange line trade here. This one, right? Whereas if you look at the Dow, big wicks on it. Not sure what's going to happen. You know, you can say 1 hour BB band, but it already went back up and then come down there, didn't it? You understand? So you might not have known what direction there, but this one, the chances are here, you know, it was going to go up because it was it broke the 1 hour orange line. There you go, bang. Okay. All right. Let's quick again. Trying to see the line. There you go. Change to green again. This one to green. It does look like it was a bit of a messy day this at the moment, but anyway. For the most part. Right, gold. Look at gold. Line red. Bang. See, oh God, look, it's perfect. 5 signal back to the 5 minute orange line. Bang. What have we got? 500 blues there. So you wait for the 5 minute orange line. Like you see the Nasdaq's got back there. You don't take this one now, money maker. You don't take the road here. You wait. It doesn't matter. Sometimes they'll keep going up and you'll miss out on the trade. It doesn't matter. The safest way is 5 minute orange line. Anyway, let's have a look. Throat's getting a bit dry now. There you go. This one went to the 15. Is it? Yeah, 15. Look. So this is your trade here now. This is your trade here now. 5 minute orange line. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, so it's not that kind of day. You might have had to get out or might have lost there, but you know the system isn't 100% foolproof, right? So at some point you will lose a trade anyway. What I will tell you is that you can't, you know, sort of like get in here, lose, get out, and then not get in when it's there, because the setup was there. And this does happen. I know sometimes you'll lose this one here and then a lot of you won't get back in again, but excuse me, it was a good setup. It's 15 minute orange line, guys. Right. Yeah, so again we shall, oh God, yeah, they wanted to do a job, didn't they? Right, anyway, cracking on. What was that one? 1 hour orange line again there, look. Line would have been tweaking to turn red somewhere, and it's just gone back straight back to green because it flew right back up. Yeah, 5 minute orange line after the 15 there. Again, you would have looked at the Nasdaq and seen that it's running better than the Dow, and you might have took the Nasdaq and you'd had that one there, the 15 minute orange line, and then the 5 minute orange line. Okay, anyway, let's just quickly, because I'm making them a bit too long again, the video. Again, look, gold there, 15 or 1 hour orange line, gold, boom. What were you? 1 hour orange line again, boom. Even though the line was red, this one line just turning red there. What were you? 15 minute orange line again, bang. You know, so you are going to lose some trades, guys. It's never really 100% percent system, right? But you just, honestly, I keep telling them to you, he's never had better signals than these. And I mean, look here, this 5 minute orange line on the GA. You know, guys, so yeah, this was a messy day on the Dow, by the way. Up and down, up and down, up and down. But again, you could be looking at the NAS perhaps up here. Oh, 4.8. Big gap to fill there, though. Let's have a look, see, we got one there. Right, it's here now. Boom. There you go. And again, look, broke the 1 hour orange line again. you'll be confused because the line was red again. It will be red because you would have closed below 5CL, but it's the 1 hour orange line again. Bang! If you have to wait for momentum at this point, fine. They give enough pips to be able to get a winner in there. All right. MT would have been killing gold. Look, blue line winner, blue line winner, blue line winner. Maybe even again now. I know. It's yeah. Look, blue line winner. Yep. Back down again here. Tick signal. Flips up 5-minute BB band here. Bang. Alright, so I think you get the point, guys. That's even a messy day on the Dow, and you probably would have won your day on it. But again, because some of you moneymakers have told you how to set your charts up like this, you have the options now. Where one will be looking messy and the other one might be running. And all you do is you just go, right, okay, then now I've got the here, bang, take your trade from the, what do you call it, it's the quick trade buttons. Don't forget to set your lot size, by the way. This is a demo account that I've had to start, but it just automatically puts it at 1, but just set your lot size. Don't forget to set your lot size. Okay. Last thing we want is you having problems. Right, so what did I do that for? Just a quick one more. We're not looking at trades on this one. Again, I just want to show you the line. Changing colour. Come on, come on, come on. Some days you'll get absolutely fantastic running days, guys, and the line won't even change colour. Or it might do once when it comes down to the 15-minute orange line. But there, look, line change colour. Boom. Yeah. Feel me? Yeah, look at these here. And go, this is when I think MT might, when BT's done what he needs to do. He's asked MT not to mess around with the charts for a bit while his AI looks at something. Okay. That's why MT can't do any minor tweaks at the moment. But when it does, I think he might have to just make these. What it is, that you need to have a signal on the tick chart, on every chart, right? When you're in the road on the 1-minute time frame, like here, it was perfect. Look, see it? And that's what he needs to do. But when as well, MT, you could probably get rid of the road on the tick charts. You just need clarity on the tick chart for entries, and that's the BB band signals, which I've already told you time and time again, perfect. Right, but anyway, let's just crack on, have a quick look through it. I can't stop once I start. Yeah, look here, 5-minute design, road, boom, signal, back. Right, cool, eh? Look at these here. 1, 2, 3. Probably all gave 400 pips, and that last one's there. Look, red signal. I presume, yeah, it is, yeah, because you can see how that one's gone up and then come down. It's just here. Opening bell. Some opening bell. What did we have here? Was that 1 hour? Well, it broke the 1 hour, yeah. Not sure. No, it broke the 15, didn't it? Yeah, broke the 15 there. Flipped up 5-minute beam, and that's probably what it was. The other thing I will say, Moneymaker, and guys, when you get these kind of days where it's not easy to read, virtually every signal on the 1-minute time frame will give you know, like 30 pips, 40 pips. You know, so that might, at the end of the day, be something you could look at. What I would suggest doing is taking, you know, like the flow signals, you'd be all right, but against the flow signals, you would need momentum. And you can tell you've had a lot of momentum on that move down there. Yeah, a lot. It's just that day where it just kept going down mega. I think it is, isn't it? Yeah, look at that one there. Man, gold again uphill. Anyway, yeah, guys. So you know, you now have this on your own charts. It's a wilder smoothing 50. All right, and like I say, on your 1 minute time frame, you don't need it on the HA tick charts if you've actually got them. Oh, that's what I didn't change the ticks on NASDAQ. Don't forget you need to change that to 80. It moved for some reason. More people trade the NASDAQ than they do the Dow, and that's why you have to change it. You know, when it's volatile. When it's less volatile, you might be able to move it back a bit, but I think I found it was easier on the 80. It's just correlating a road basically with a BB band. It's like that BB band there with a road trade somewhere. Let's have a look. Yeah, just short. You see? Can you see it on the 1 minute time frame where I'm moving it around? I know. So basically, here it was just short of the road, and it was just short of the BB band there. Alright guys, and that's what you have to do. You don't want it coming right down like this here when it's in the road here. So if you look at one of these here, in the road, right, wants to be on the BB band. You know. Alright guys. So yeah, look, I think that'll do guys. It's long enough, that video. And it's not a hard thing to do. Alexi, you know, it's something very simple. Maybe you can get your head around it. And at the end of the day, guys, we're talking 3, 4, maybe 5 trades a day to make you a very wealthy person, right? And you have something like 9 hours to do it in. You know? If it's slow, go for less. If you like trading a lot, try something like using the tick signals for 30 pips a time. You know, but you'll need a stop loss strategy. You can't just have 30 and then a 30 pip stop loss. Well, you can if you just go with the flow, but you want, if you're going to trade a lot, you want something where you're in and you're out. You know, like this one, you would have been in here, you would have won your 30, you're out. You know, yeah, it's finding at the end of the day, your R&R is important, but only if you're not winning, then it becomes a problem. I'm trying to see one again here. I know, it's just crazy. Honestly, these signals are just dynamite. Look, this one again here going back. We've just got, for some reason, these signals just take it back. See if that gold gets back eventually. I think that was it, wasn't it, there? Yeah. So look, bang, bang. Going again now. Anyway, right guys, I'm leaving it at that because I've got a lot to do today before going watching the game. So, yep, I think this should do you. It's a very simple thing to do, guys. Honestly, Roxy, Moneymaker, Hanzo, you did well on Friday, but again, you know, focus. Just stay with the same thing all the time. What works, works. Okay, it's worked for a long time for me. It will work for a long time for you. All right, guys. Hour long video. Look, woohoo!